What's that film in the background, Con?
Oh,
that's me in Ireland, 1972, in the European Championships. Felix was there as well. Do you know?
Oh, in the background.
In the background, yeah. Look, there's me hanging five. Whoa, yeah. And so I got contacted by a guy, but I had this clip from Ireland from Linda Sharp, who found it from the Irish Surfing Federation. We didn't even know it existed. It was done by Irish TV. And so I had this little clip, and it's from the French team, who were the only people who had enough money to have a Super 8 in those days, you know what I mean? So I got hold of this clip, I thought, wow, it's amazing. But then I got contacted by this Sean Doherty from New York, who's a film producer, who wanted to do a documentary, an in-depth documentary on the original Irish surfers from 65 to 75, you know, the years, not the age. So he had all sorts of stuff, and he was asking me then what was it. And I did an interview about the 1972 European Championships, because we were the first international teams that went into the island when the troubles were going, and we were just at that time we were calming down a little bit, and we were the first international sports team that had gone into Ireland, and we sort of noticed it, but they told us there'd be extra security. But there must have been a ton of security around us, you know.
Was that the British or Welsh team?
As a Welsh team, because it was the European Championships.
No, it would have been okay being Welsh, Con.
Yeah, well, everyone knew we were Welsh. But it's stamped on our heads, you know, blind fucking Welsh, not fucking English.
It was the same when we went down to Biarritz, and the only time I ever went.
So the yellow
and there was all this trouble going on. You know, we said we Welsh. Oh, welcome with open arms, you Welsh. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, right. Bloody tidy.
All the Basques were trying to throw a bit of a wobbly going on down there at the time. And
the Steakhouse, one fight there. There's the Basque boys used to come in regularly, you know, to beat on give the tourists a bit of a old French bourgeois, the surfers as they call them. And they'd all come in and just start thumping people. And I go, whoa, Welsh, I'm Welsh. Oh, tidy. Put you aside, like, you know. Okay, cool.
Just beat the shit out of all the others instead.
Yeah. Everybody would get a clack, you know.
It was a strange time, wasn't it?
Yeah, fucking Steakhouse in Biarritz. Brilliant.
Yeah.
So was it just you and Felix in the team, Con?
No. It was Dave. Oh, there we are. It's Dave, Pete Bounds,
Freya,
Pete Jones,
PJ,
yeah. And what else was in the team? Oh, I can't remember now. Not quite a lot in the team, actually. There were about 8 of us, 10 of us, maybe. I don't know. But that was just it was a great trip. Fantastic. There was no waves for the contest, but the next day, I'd sold a 6'9" pintail, which I love, which I sold in Biarritz just the week before. And we had Spanish Point came up. The swell came in. It wasn't like now when you got the internet and you know the swell's coming 3 days in advance. It was like the swell arrived from nowhere. The Spanish Point at a good 8 foot faces. Good 8 foot, you know, like you're not talking casual casual 20 foot, you know what I mean?
No, I wouldn't got a casual at 20 foot.
No, I mean, no casuals, like they say, if it's 2 foot, it's about 20 foot. Oh yeah, it's 20 foot, like, you know, huge. Yeah. No, but it was waves of consequence, and I had a 5'11", and Dave was we were talking about it a couple of weeks ago, and Dave had a 5'9" twin fin or something like that. And he's just taking off these monster fucking peaks. It's like pipeline, man. It's just amazing. You drop him down, and you can feel the tail going like this, you know. Woo. And you do a bottom turn, and of course there's nothing there. You just go sideways. You just look at me, she's huge fucking lip going, bam. But then after about 8 or 9 wipeouts, you know, you sort of got the hang of doing a bottom turn, not doing a bottom turn in mid-wave sort of thing. You know what I mean? It was.
So going back, predominantly were they all from the Swansea area?
No, there was some from Porthcawl. some from Pembroke. Yeah. We were more multiracial in those days.
Yeah. Pembroke.
Multi-secular.
That's a long way.
No, it was a lot of Langland boys, isn't it? That's for sure.
Well, I was presumably that the team was picked. Who picked the team then?
Well, you had to enter the contest, the Welsh contest.
Was it? I thought that you entered the contest and then you were invited to surf.
No. The idea of contest is to get positions. Oh, in those
Best of the
days,
best.
yeah, the best goes. You know, like when I was competing properly, you had to do about for me to go to Puerto Rico to surf for Great Britain, I had to enter. It was over 2 years, and about nine or 12 contests, and at the end, the highest one went. You know, it's like you're in a league with instead of other teams, there's other people there. Like, you know, you get so many points for a win, and so many points for second, third.
Right. So is it still done like that now then?
Yeah.
I thought somebody picked like the Welsh team.
No. Oh, no, not for Wales. No, you have to earn it. You have to work for it. It's like going to the Olympics. You wanted to go to the Olympics. You had a minimum of about 3 years doing ISA contests, which is the amateur side of the amateur equivalent of the WSL. It's the International Surfing Association. They do all the organizing contests and utilizing points off the professional contests for contributing towards their place. But all the big surfers who went to Japan, you know, like John and everybody like that, they all did the little contests to get points to go. But you don't see that in the press, sort of thing. You know, they're all, you know, because there was 2 automatic places. No, 4 automatic places. No, hang on.
5. No, 6.
Yeah, 6. No, because it gets complicated. Each country
7.
Each country were allocated sort of certain places, but to get there without using your country's qualification or anything like that, if you're in the WSL and you get a first or second place, then you automatically went to the Olympics. It was the same with the ISL championships, the World Championships, but that's after 3 years. It's not every year. After 2 years, maybe, sorry. And that's the first 2 were going to the Olympics. Then in the ISA, you got the highest in every country except Britain, because we were classed as Europe, and France beat us. So we didn't get anybody go. Huh?
You said that in a quite of well, France beat us, but we're now living in France. But
no, I'm living in Britain.
The French beat us, the bastards.
Yeah, it was, I'm in Brittany. but
so that's not French.
It's not. I forgot what I was saying. Shit.
It's more Welsh than French.
You got me there, Kevin.
You were worried that any of the French were going to come round and do your head in, Con?
No. What I wanted to say was, hang on, I was just going to rephrase that. We got beaten. It wasn't by the French, okay? It was by the other European countries who were stronger than the British team, or for the individual European title, which is like the European champion would go to the Olympics for all the teams in Europe, because you didn't have one from Italy, Spain, Germany, or whatever, in each country in the Olympics, because there wasn't enough places, and it was only the first time it's been done. But I think next time, they will have individual countries, like Great Britain will have a team of so many surfers. Then you'll have to compete in all the regional contests to get qualified to go into the national contests. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And it is a way that if you're really talented in surfing, then you could do these contests and get to the place you wanted to go. But if you're really talented and got no money to do all the traveling to do it, then it's a bit harder. Or if you haven't
I
got-
just want to do like golf, and you like the top 10 seeds, and then you have other competitions where the winner of that competition then gets invited. Plus, they have like wild cards, more or less.
Yeah,
so they can just invite people.
Put on an aggregate or whatever.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
have sponsors in surfing. They have sponsored wild cards, not in the amateurs, in the professional. So if
Right.
Ripco's doing a contest, they got the right to have 2 wild cards from their team put in, who they want to showcase.
Because they paid for the competition, so that's what it's
yeah.
fairness.
And they put 2 of their surfers in, just to highlight that it's a Ripco contest,
Right.
or Billabong or whatever, Whoever's sponsoring gets the wild cards for their riders, team riders.
So, what was your highest ranking, Con?
I was 3rd at one stage in the WSL, or the ASP, Association of Surfing Professionals. But I finished up the year, as I only went to 3 contests, so I couldn't go to Hawaii, I couldn't go to Australia, didn't have enough money. But
That's why it's all wrong in sport, isn't it? Because it's now all sport now is driven by money.
yeah.
Unless you get the sponsors to pay for you.
If I would have been able to do the full world tour, and have enough money to do it, then I would have probably finished in the top 5, I think. Maybe more. But
There again, there's money to be made from it now, Kevin, whereas in the past there wasn't.
I know.
The sponsorship drives itself, doesn't it? Puts it on television so more people see it. So it's.
I remember getting £5 for winning a competition down in I don't know, somewhere down in Combe or somewhere, and I was coming first. My top prize was £5, but just about enough to get me home in the petrol.
That's it. It's never easy, is it?
And now it's £50,000.
Probably, yeah.
And that'll just about get you home on petrol as well.
Yeah.
So everything is relative.
Yeah, but it's all changed a lot now. I suppose people still have camper vans and go around Europe in their vans, don't they?
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's just as it still happens all the time. But the vans are much nicer now, and they got more things in them, like televisions and things like that.
It's just like every sport now. You got 3 groups of people. You got the people at the very top who are paid phenomenal amounts of money and sponsored for every single thing they do, who tend to be at the very top all the time. Then you get the next group down who are sponsored people, but not quite sponsored as much. Then you get the next group where they're sort of, they could be very good, but they can't quite get the sponsorship to do it. And it's the same in every sport now. It doesn't matter what sport it is. You get the 3 bandings of people, top people who've got all the money paid for by everybody else.
Yeah.
The next group down who are getting paid, but not quite as much as the top group. And then it's the also runs who could be as good sportsmen, but they just don't get the support. It's unfair, but I suppose that's the way it is.
No, it's,
I suppose that's the learning curve, though, isn't it? You go through. You've got to start sort of right at the bottom, really. Well, you should have to. Money can preclude that a little bit, can't it?
I know it is, but the trouble is when you get into the middle group, if you just get the right sponsor, because the right sponsorship will buy you the right equipment. Like you could buy the best board in the world, which will just give you that edge, which is just enough to win the competitions. It's like having the best car in the world for motor racing, because they can spend £1 million on the engine. It's going to give you a 1/10 of a second extra on the lap. It's just enough to win you the next race, and it's just that little bit extra makes a massive difference.
True, very true, Kip. You could be my manager next time round.
In another life.
Hey, you wouldn't be able to afford his fees, Con.
Yeah.
I'd still end up poor, wouldn't I?
Yeah, but the rest of us would be all right.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Well, I'm going to leave, guys.
Leave you, okay? I'll catch you next week, all right?
I've got to go to my dinner's done, and
Me too.
we can hour for it. So pretty starving, boys.
Right. All right.
We've got to catch up and have a chat about Johnny Hutton's do, because I wasn't there last weekend, but it was a brilliant do. It really was a good do, and a few things been flying around.
Had
So
a
I'll
good
catch up with
send-off,
you in a week, mate.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shall we for next week? Shall we just have it a chat about Johnny Hutton's do then?
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, it'd be good.
Hawaiian shirts and Johnny Hutton's do for next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm up for it.
Yeah.
A bit of a reminisce. Okay, great
Right.
stuff. Take care. Have a good week, guys. Look after yourselves.
Okay.
I hope you get your cave back, Gary.
I'll have a play with it in the meantime. Cheers.
Okay.
See you guys.
You boys.
Yeah, I'm going to go as well now, Con. I've got things to do, people to see.
Yeah.
Yawning.
How's this to Rob? How's this to Rob?
Weeds to fucking.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Right.
And
I'll leave you two to have a chat, and I'll catch you next week. Yeah. All right.
okay.
Is it?
Me as well, Gary. I'm off as always. Gary's gone as
All
well.
right.
Hey,
Okay.
have you noticed my webcam? No, none. No long.
All right, cool. Yeah. Let's leave it like that fire.
Yeah, it's a new webcam I got this week. It's fucking wow.
It's just intensified even more since he's
So we can't
Is
see it.
that permanent?
Oh, we haven't
one,
looked
then?
at it.
No, it's one of what's this noise in the background? You still got
Paul, is it? Paul, you still on?
Yeah, I know, hold on. Everybody's dead. Unbelievable.
Just as well we're not talking about him.
Yeah, true, that's right.
good job we didn't start making love in that.
Yeah. Right, hold on.
Anyway, yeah, Colin, I'm going to have to go, mate. So I'll
All
see you,
All right, see you
next week, not before.
Okay.
All right?
Okay,
Take care,
mate.
mate.
Take it easy. Night.
All right.
Yeah.
No, we could do with their own.